Imagine a world where starting a family isn't just a dream, but an accessible reality for millions. But here's where it gets controversial. President Donald Trump has just announced a deal that could drastically reduce the cost of fertility medications, sparking both hope and debate. On Thursday, Trump revealed a partnership with pharmaceutical giant EMD Serono to lower the prices of specific IVF drugs, a move aimed at helping American couples struggling with infertility. But is this enough to address the broader challenges of declining birth rates? Let's dive in. The promise of affordable fertility treatments. Trump's administration claims this deal will make IVF more affordable for millions of Americans. Senior officials highlight that fertility drugs, which typically cost between $5,000 and $6,000 per cycle, are out of reach for many families. Only about 30% of households have employer-based coverage for such treatments. EMD Serono, the world's largest fertility drug manufacturer, has agreed to offer significant discounts on medications like Gonal F, a popular drug for treating infertility in both women and men. According to an official, these discounts could reduce the cost of a standard IVF cycle by 42% to 79%, depending on the patient's income. The discounted drugs are expected to be available by early 2026. But here's the part most people miss. While this deal addresses the cost of medications, the overall expense of IVF remains staggering. A single cycle can range from $15,000 to $20,000, and with the average number of cycles needed to conceive being 2.5, the total cost can exceed $40,000. Trump's earlier executive orders, including the Most Favored Nation pricing initiative, aim to pressure companies to lower prices, but the impact has been limited. The White House also secured commitments from specialty pharmacies CVS and Express Scripts to reduce handling expenses, but these efforts only scratch the surface of the affordability crisis. The controversial claim, are endocrine disruptors to blame? During a White House press briefing, HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. made a bold claim. Declining birth rates are primarily caused by endocrine disruptors, chemicals that interfere with hormones regulating reproduction. Kennedy pointed to a dramatic drop in the U.S. fertility rate from 3.5% during his uncle's presidency to 1.6% today, calling it a national security threat. He credited Trump's MAHA agenda for addressing these toxic chemicals as a root cause of infertility. But here's where it gets even more controversial. Numerous studies, including a recent fertility and sterility paper, suggest that social and economic factors, delayed childbearing, high costs of raising children, and lifestyle changes are the primary drivers of declining birth rates. A 2024 Pew survey found that 36% of young adults cite unaffordability as the main reason for not having children. While endocrine disruptors may play a role, research, such as a scientific reports study, indicates they are not the main cause of fertility decline. So, is Kennedy's focus on chemicals a distraction from more pressing socioeconomic issues? The bigger picture, what's really at stake? Trump's deal with EMD Serono is undoubtedly a step forward for families struggling with infertility. But it raises questions about the broader systemic challenges. Are we doing enough to address the root causes of declining birth rates? Should we prioritize reducing the cost of IVF, or focus on making parenthood more affordable overall? And what role should government and corporations play in ensuring that starting a family isn't a luxury but a right? What do you think? Is Trump's deal a game changer, or just a band-aid on a much larger problem? Do you agree with Kennedy's focus on endocrine disruptors, or do social and economic factors deserve more attention? Let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts in the comments below.